Have Twilight, True Blood, and Underworld sucked this genre dry, or is there still some blood left in these veins? You're watching Beyond the Trailers review of Vampire Academy.
My name is Rose Hathaway, and I've been sworn to protect the royal bloodline with my life.
Look alive! Rose Hathaway is wild, dangerous.
Insubordinate.
Right here, folks. Right here.
I heard you were good at taking on two guys at once.
And this is Vampire Academy.
Please don't say Vampire Academy. You know how I feel about the V word.
It's good to see you.
Back off, blood whore. He's mine now.
God, I hate high school.
There have been plenty of complaints about Bella Swan and how she's hardly the ideal role model or reading material for 21st century girls. And even the more outspoken and, well, semi-independent Sookie Stackhouse finds her life dictated by the men in it. And while Celine might kick butt, she can't help but fall in love with the mysterious man she protects. Enter Lissa Dragomir, a vampire princess who attends a posh, modern-day boarding school. Think Hogwarts meets Gossip Girl. And while she has her fair share of romantic angst, her most important relationship is actually with her best friend and bodyguard, Rose Hathaway. In fact, the connection between these two girls is more reminiscent of another current pop culture hit, Frozen. They even refer to themselves as blood sisters. Vampire Academy is the latest great teen hope for Hollywood, where Tinseltown aims to spin another hit franchise out of a popular line of young adult novels. Twilight and The Hunger Games have been spectacular successes, while I Am Number 4, Beautiful Creatures and the Host have not. But perhaps the odds will also be in Vampire Academy's favor, as so many aspects about the film are out of left field. It's a family affair itself, with Mean Girls director Mark Waters at the helm and his brother, Heathers and Batman Returns screenwriter Daniel Waters, handling the adaptation of Richelle Mead's introductory novel. Zoey Deutch from the Disney Channel's The Suite Life on Deck stars, who just happens to be the daughter of actress Leah Thompson and director Howard Deutch, who directed one of the original teen hits, Pretty in Pink. Relative unknown Lucy Frey co-stars as Lissa, while Modern Family's Sarah Hyland rounds out their trio. There's a respectable group of adults in the picture, Gabriel Byrne, Julie Richardson, and Olga Kurylenko, but that's pretty par for the course these days. No, the other interesting factor is the actor who plays Rose's love interest, fellow bodyguard Dmitri. Danila Kozlovsky is a Russian heartthrob who made the jump from TV to movies in his native country and now makes his Hollywood debut here. See, Russia is one of the countries making waves in the global box office, and sure enough, its talent is beginning to pop up stateside. Who will follow? Yes, Vampire Academy has a lot at stake. Will we bite?
I had a hard time figuring out why this movie doesn't work. I mean, it can't be the source material because it has a strong and vocal fan base that have been very supportive of this movie and have shown an intense interest online for the trailers and such. And I don't think that would happen if the source material wasn't at least medium. So that can't be the problem. The performances are also good in the film. I thought Lucy Frey as Lissa Dragomir was very compelling, and she had to convey like a royal sensibility while still being relatable and likable, which is hard to do, and she pulled it off. And I think Sarah Hyland is very good here. I only know her from Modern Family, where she plays a popular girl, and here she endearingly plays a not popular girl, so that was impressive. And as far as Danila Kozlovsky goes from Russia, I was very impressed by him. When going into the movie, I hadn't yet done the open for this review, so I wasn't aware of his background, and I was immediately like, who is this guy? Because he's not just like a flash in the pan, model turned actor who's like, I'm attractive, that's enough, put me in movies. He has more depth to his performance, and I honestly was like, Marvel or DC, one of you needs to lock this guy up right away. It should be like a race. Because I think he has that superhero build and look. A lot of times I was like, too bad that he wasn't on the map for Superman. If they ever make Red Sun, the version where Superman, his ship from Krypton lands in Russia, I guess they could cast Danila Kozlovsky. I think he's very good. So I at least hope casting directors see Vampire Academy. And then also, the talent behind this movie is quite strong. The Waters brothers, they've both made iconic films. But I think therein lies the problem, and the problem is actually twofold. Now, first of all, you'll notice that I didn't mention Zoey Deutch's performance, because I think that is one of the problems, one of the two problems. I've never seen her acting before, so I can't comment on her as an actress as a whole, and she wasn't horrible here. I think it's more of an issue of being miscast. I think Winona Ryder in Heathers and Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns both did an excellent job delivering Daniel Waters' trademark, edgy goth dialogue. But Zoey Deutch isn't edgy or goth. So instead of having, kind of an interesting offbeat flavor, she gives the role kind of a grating, obnoxious quality, which, and since she's the lead, it kind of casts a pall over the entire film. She's just a little too cool for school, and one of those characters, one of those obnoxious characters who thinks they're smarter than they are. And maybe, they're intended to be smarter than they are, but it's not coming across that way. She's missing, maybe perhaps a more sense of vulnerability that I think Winona Ryder and Michelle Pfeiffer really displayed quite well in their roles that Daniel Waters wrote for them. So she's miscast, and she's not a good fit with Daniel Waters' dialogue. Now that leads to the second problem with the film. Again, I said there were two. And that is that despite being brothers, I don't think that the creative styles of Mark Waters and Daniel Waters fit together. As I said, Daniel Waters' dialogue is offbeat and goth, his style, while I think that Mark Waters as a director is very mainstream and slick. Imagine if someone were to do a mashup of Mean Girls, a Mark Waters movie, and Heathers, Daniel Waters iconic high school film. If you smash those two together, they would not fit at all, and I think that's what's happening here. So it's just a mishmash of styles that don't fit together like oil and water, and unfortunately the result just doesn't taste very good. So, as I said, I hope casting directors check this out, and, also because I think there's a lot of talent on display here. And, I hope that Hollywood and the producers here don't give up on this franchise, because the series of books obviously have a big fan base. I think, I wouldn't throw out the baby with the bathwater here. I think there's something to be salvaged, but perhaps I would get rid of one or the other of the Waters brothers. As I said, they just don't fit well together. So we'll see, but I'd be interested to know how fans of the books feel about this film. Do you think this is a good adaptation, or is it just, you're just happy to have an adaptation? And also, if you've seen the film, what do you think? Do you agree with me with what the problems are? Zoey Deutch being miscast, and also the Waters brothers just not fitting together stylistically. So thank you for tuning in to my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can leave below comments of what you think of the film, and you can check out some more episodes, including an interview, by the way, with Sammy Gale, who stars in the film as Mia Rinaldi right now.